received at the rate of 15% per annum for 6 years and a principal 7,500 is twice. Let's calculate how much is simple interest. 90% of which number? 7,500 is twice of 2 times of simple interest received at the rate of 20% per annum for 5 years. So how much interest we will get? 100% of some other number y. Now what is your question? What is the value of x? We were asked to calculate x value. Okay. So now percentage gets cancelled. 2 zeros gets cancelled. So answer is 90 into 75 by 2. Correct? 2 how many times? 45 times. Right. So now 5 into 5 ends with last 2 digits 25, or it may be 75 also. There will be only 2 possibilities. One is 25, the other is 75. When will you get 25? When will you get 75? We'll discuss that later. Let's come here. So you know that answer must end with last 2 digits 25 or 75. One eliminated. 45 is there. Answer must be, can it be first option? Can it be second? Second already eliminated. Can it be third? No. Can it be fourth? Only one level. Otherwise you'll have to calculate 45 into 75. Now tell me, when will you get 25 and when will you get 75? If you take product of 2 numbers, like in this particular format, product of 2 numbers, both are ending with 5. If x comma y both are even numbers, then you will get 25. If x comma y both are odd numbers, then also you will get 25. If out of these 2 numbers, if you have one even and one odd number, then in this case you will get 75. So here, now if you observe this thing in our calculation, here we have 4 and here we have 7. One even and one odd. So answer must end with 75. Next. Right, come on. 27 into AB divided by a plus b to the power of minus 1, in the sense a plus b comes to denominator, into 1 by a plus 1 by b plus 9a square b square into 1 by ab into 1 by ab. 1 by ab into 1 by ab, in the sense 1 by a square into b square can be cancelled here. If you simplify this, how much you will get? A plus b by ab. A plus b gets cancelled, ab gets cancelled. Finally, you will have 27 plus 9, answer 36. You want me to explain this? 53? 54? Find its vertical height. Okay. Curved surface area of the cone with radius 16 centimeters is given. And we were asked to calculate vertical height. Curved surface area, pi RL only. 22 by 7 into radius 16 into L, in the sense under root of r square plus height square. R square 256 plus height square. And this value is equal to 1709 5 by 9. Let's convert into improper fraction. 7 into 9, 63. 7 into 7, 49, 4 carry 11, and then plus 5 is also there, 11,968. 11,968 by 7. 7 gets cancelled. Come on. 11, 2 times, 1, 0, 8, 8. 2 into 16, can I write it as 32? Cancellation with 32. 3 times 96, again 4 times. So now squaring on both sides, you'll have left hand side 256 plus h square, that is equal to 34 square. How do you get 34 square? I know 35 square, which is 1225. From this we need to subtract 34 and 35. Both together 69. Subtract 100, add 31. Subtract 100, add 31. Then h square is equal to minus 256, which is equal to 900. Then height is equal to 30. Over. A wholesale dealer usually gives 12% discount to his customer, but on that event day, he gave 2 successive discounts of 7% each. As a result, selling price of an item decreases by 453. Find out its market price. Okay. First discount is 12%. Next time, he is giving 2 successive discounts. When you are given successive discounts and asked to calculate single discount, how can you do it? 7 plus 7 minus 7 square by 100, which is 14 minus 0.49, that is 13.51%. Earlier we were getting 12%, but now we are getting 13.51. Difference is 1.51%, which is equal to 453, and we were asked to calculate 100% value. Take 100 times of this number, that is 151. 3 times we have. That means 300 times. 300 times of 100 is 30,000. I just used A plus B minus AB by 100. Otherwise, you'll have to start with 100, then first give discount, again give 7% of this number, then you will get your final selling price. Ramesh and Suresh takes part in 1 kilometer race, and Ramesh runs at 9 km per hour. Ramesh gives Suresh a start of 100 meters and still beats him by 50 seconds. What is the speed of the Suresh? Okay. Now, in a race, if there are 2 members, Ramesh and Suresh, let's say I am Suresh, I am Ramesh. Let's say I am Ramesh and you are Suresh. Both need to participate in a 1 kilometer race. But Ramesh gives Suresh a start of 100 meters. Giving a start. Start in the sense, let me tell you. This is starting point and this is end point, correct? How much is this distance? 1 kilometer. If both Ramesh and Suresh are starting from the beginning, both need to cover 1000 meters, correct? If Ramesh is giving a start of Suresh, that means he feels that he is so superior to Suresh and Suresh need not to stand along with him. So Suresh need not to cover 1000 meters. He is giving a start of 100 meters, meaning Suresh can start 100 meters away from the starting point. So in this particular case, Suresh need to cover only 900 meters, but Ramesh will cover 1000 meters. That is what the meaning of giving a start. Okay? Right. So now in this case, Ramesh gives Suresh a start of 100 meters, meaning Ramesh will cover 1000 meters. Suresh will cover, but still beats him by 50 seconds. Beats him by 50 seconds meaning, who wins the race? Ramesh. Wins the race by how many seconds? That means once if Ramesh reaches end point, then Suresh will come. Then only Ramesh will beat Suresh. And he beats him by how many seconds? For example, if Ramesh reaches in 100 seconds, Suresh will reach 50 seconds later, that is 150 seconds. This is what the meaning. Is this okay? Now we were asked to calculate speed of the Suresh. Okay, now You know that Ramesh will cover 1000 meters, correct? Let me calculate time that Ramesh takes to cover 1000 meters. Distance by speed, whose speed is 9 km per hour, convert into meter per second, 5 by 18. 9, 2 times, 5, 200 times. That means time taken by Ramesh is equal to 400 seconds. This is time taken by Ramesh. Can you tell me what is the time taken by Suresh then? 450. And when we were asked to calculate speed of the Suresh, it is distance by time only. What is the distance covered by Suresh? 900. And what is the time taken? 450. 900 meters, 450 seconds. You will get speed in meter per second. But in options, we were asked to calculate in terms of kilometer per hour into 18 by 5. 450 2 times 36 by 5, 7.2 kilometer per hour. Followed? An arc of a circle that is 88 centimeters long subtends 14.4 degrees angle at the center. What is the circumference of the circle? Circumference should be a multiple of, because pi is involved, answer must be 11 multiple. How many options are there? Only one. If at all, if you want to calculate, don't use formula. Formula is also not required. Do you know formula? What is length of the arc? Theta by 360 into perimeter, that is 2 pi r. We want to calculate 2 pi r, so take theta by 360 to the other side, then you will get your answer. Yes? But the otherwise, this is full circle. Assume there is a sector and blue color one is called length of the arc, and which makes an angle 14.4. So for 14.4 degrees, if length of the arc is 88, to calculate full circle at the center, it makes an angle 360. For 360 degrees, what is the distance that it is going to cover? Simple. For 14.4, if the arc length is 88, for full circle 360 degrees, what is the length of the arc? Length of the arc in the sense, in that case, it becomes perimeter. Got it? Right. A cube of edge 15 centimeters is immersed completely in a cuboidal vessel containing water. If the dimensions of the base of vessel are 45, 25, then find the rise in water level. So this question, they are talking about volume. So volume of the cube, when it is immersed in any liquid, the rise in volume also should be same. So volume of the cube, a cube 15 into 15 into 15, that should be equal to increased volume also, but that is a cuboidal shape, right? Cuboid volume, length into breadth into height, 45, 25 into height, 15, 3 times, 3, 5 times, 5, 5 times, 5, 3 times, height is equal to 3. So increase in height level is going to be 3 centimeters. Now they are talking about volume. The ratio of market price of the market price to the cost price of an article is 10:7. The article had been marked above its cost price by 300. So in terms of number of parts, what is difference between market price and cost price? 3 parts, which is equal to 300. Then market price becomes 1000, cost price becomes 700. Ratio 10:7, difference 300. If the article was sold at a discount of 237, if you give 237 discount, they will sell the item at 763 only. 763 is selling price, 700 is cost price. Profit or loss percent, definitely there will be profit, and profit percentage is profit by cost price into 100. 63 by 7, answer 9% profit. Second option answer. Over? Come on. Right now, we were given root a plus 1 by root a is equal to 4 root 2 and we were asked to calculate a square minus 1 by a square. If it is a square plus 1 by a square, I think it is easy. Yes? Now, let's see. Root a plus 1 by root a is equal to 4 root 2. To calculate square, that is a plus 1 by a, how do you do that? If it is k square minus 2, k square 32 minus 2, 30. And from this, if I want to calculate a square plus 1 by a square, if it is k, then again it becomes k square minus 2, k square 900 minus 2, 898. Yes? So now, left hand side and right hand side, I will subtract 2. Then it becomes a square plus 1 by a square minus 2 is equal to 896. Left hand side we can write it as a minus 1 by a whole square form. Come on. From this, if you want to calculate a minus 1 by a, that is under root of this number only. But we were asked to calculate a square minus 1 by a square. Can we write it as a plus 1 by a into a minus 1 by a? A plus 1 by a, which is already 30, a minus 1 by a, that is root 896. You can write it as 8 multiple, 8 into 112. Again 112 can be written as 8 times of 14 under root value. When it comes out, you'll have 8 into 30, which is 240 into root 40. But you don't have to solve entire question. After getting a plus 1 by a, you are done with the answer. Because you know one value which is a plus 1 by a, that is 30, into some other number is there. When you have 30 into some other number, answer must be 30 multiple. This is not 30 multiple. This is 30 multiple. This is not 30 multiple. This is not 30 multiple. There is only one. Followed? 61. You want me to explain? 62. The percentage of P is 10% less than that of Q, but 20% more than that of R. P, Q, R. If Q is 100%, P is 10% less, that is 90%. Which is 20% more than R? Then R must be 75 only. The difference between percentages of Q and R is 10. In terms of percentage, difference is, come on. So 25% is equal to 10. Then 75% is 30, 100% 40, 90% 36. These are their percentages. Now the question is, find the ratio of ages of P and R 6 years hence from now. After 6 years, in the sense, to this we need to add 6 years. P and R. P and R. This is 42. This is 36. Ratio 6 7 times, 6 6 times. 7 is to 6. Over. PQ can do a piece of work together in 40 days, while Q alone can do the work in 80 days. Now, if you have command over time and work, if Q alone does in 40 days, PQ in 40 days, P also can do it in 80 days. There are two members, X comma Y. Let us assume practically you can complete the work in 10 days. Your friend also can do it in 10 days. If both X and Y both work together, in how many days can you complete the work? 5 days. That's what variable I'm writing. If both together can do it in A number of days, if X can do it in 2A number of days, Y also 2A. Yes? Otherwise, you'll have to solve. P. LCM is 80. Both together 2 units. Q alone 1 unit. P alone 1 unit. Divided by 1 will give you 80. This is unnecessary calculation which is not required. If you can remember like this. If you have two members and together can do it in. If it is A and if it is 2A, this guy also will be 2A. Can you do it? Remember this. P started the work alone and left after X days. He worked for some number of days and you don't know how many days he did. Q did the rest of the work alone in 50 days. So now already you know either P or Q, whoever it is, alone they need 80 days to complete the work, correct? Because their efficiencies are equal, whether P did the work or Q completed the work, one and the same, correct? So if Q completed the remaining work in 50 days, I can even say P alone can complete the remaining work in 50 days, correct? Out of total 80 days of work, Q already did 50 days. Then how many days of work is left? 30. Either P or Q, it is 30 days work only. So the question is, what percent of work is done by P? P completed 30 days of work out of 80 days, because the question is about percentage into 100. 0, 0 cancel. 3 by 8, 37.5%. Because their efficiencies are equal. The area of the square is square units. Then the length of the side is. Square area in the sense L square only. If L square is equal to this much, we were asked to calculate length. That means the quadratic equation, we need to write it as some number to the power of 2, correct? Let's identify this as 22x whole square plus 324, I'll write it as 18 square. It is already in the form of a square plus b square. Let me write it as 2ab. 2 into 22x into 18. And if you simplify this, that is equal to 792 only. If you are not confident, just go and verify 9 multiplication rule and then last digit verification. So it is in the form of a square plus b square plus 2ab. So you can write it as a plus b whole square is equal to L square. Then L is equal to 22x plus 18. Next, the areas of two similar triangles are 324 and then 576 square centimeters. If the altitude of the first triangle is 36, then what is the altitude of the second triangle? They may compare altitudes or the side, whatever it is, because they are similar triangles. Whatever the relation between sides we have, the same will be the ratio between their heights. Yes? In area, it is a square format, right? Because you will be multiplying two variables. It is a two-dimensional. Agreed? Volume would be, if it is a cube or cuboid volume, is it two-dimensional or three-dimensional? Three-dimensional. Area is, that means you will be multiplying two values, right? So it would be in the form of square only. So I can say sides A1, A2, area ratio is equal to 324 is to 576. Which number square is this? So which number square is 576? Amma? So that means A1 is to A2 is equal to 18 is to 24. Again you can simplify it, but that is not required. If the sides ratio is 18 is to 24, altitude, height ratio is also same. Come on. And altitude of the first triangle mentioned as 36. 18 parts is 36. 24 parts is 48. Okay. If 37.5% of A is equal to 3 times of 40% of B, 37.5%, can I write it as 3 by 8 of A is equal to 3 times of 40%, I'll write it as 2 by 5 of B. The value of A is 80% of 300, value of B is. From this, let me simplify it. 3 gets cancelled. A by B is equal to 16 by 5. I'll write A as 16 parts, B as 5 parts. A value already mentioned as 80% of 300 or 300% of 80. 3 times of 80, which is 240. If 16 parts is 240, 16 how many times is 240? 16 how many times is 240? 15 times. 5 parts in the sense 5 15 times, that is 75. Horizontal comparison, 16 15 times, so 5 15 times. Following? Want me to explain this? Sure? The ratio of cost prices of articles A and B is 2:3. Article A was sold at a profit of 25%, B was sold at a profit of 40%. If overall profit earned after selling both articles is 2040, then what is the cost price of article A? Okay, right. Now let me take article A cost price as 200 parts and B as 300 parts, because the ratio they mentioned as 2:3. Percentage comparison is there. So if you directly take 2 parts and then 3 parts, when you calculate percentage, you will get decimal values. So I don't want to use decimal, so I am taking 200 parts and then 300 parts. A is sold at a profit of 25%. 25% in the sense 50 parts profit is there. And B is sold at a profit of 40%, that is equal to 120 parts. Overall profit in the sense sum of these two numbers, which is 170 parts, that is equal to 2040. 2040, 170 parts. 1 part is by 170. We were asked to calculate cost price of article A, which is 200 parts into 200. 0 gets cancelled. Correct? Matladali. Right. So now what I'll do is 17 ones and then 2 times. 12 into 2, 24 and then 00. 2400 fourth option. Got it? A family consists of 8 male, 6 female and some children. The average consumption per person per month is 2.5 kgs. If the average consumption of male, female, child is 2.5, 3.5 kgs respectively, then what is the number of children in the family? Right. Now there are 8 male, 6 female, assume X children. This is a total strength. And for all the people, average mentioned as 2.5, then sum is equal to number of people multiplied by average. That must be equal to individual sum of men, women and then children. Correct? How many men are there? 8. And they take 1 kg each. That means men total, male total is 8 into 1 plus. How many female are there? 6. And how many kgs they each take? 2.5. Then their sum is equal to 6 into 2.5. And we assume there are X children and each child consume 3.5 kg. X into 3.5. How much is this? 14. 14 2.5 times. 14 2s, 28. 14 into half, 7. 28 plus 7, 35. Plus 2.5x is equal to 6 2.5, 15. 15 plus 8, 23. Plus 3.5x. Difference is x. Difference is, come on, 12. If you know equality method, this is so simple. This is so simple. You don't have to solve this. Let me tell you what is equality. What is overall average? 2.5. That means everybody takes 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Yes? Right. How many male are there? 8 male take 2.5 each. 6 female take 2.5 each. And each child also take 2.5 each. Correct? Yes? But when we were given individual averages, each male will take only 1 kg, right? Come on. But according to the information, they were given 2.5, but they will take only 1 kg. That means each male can save how many kgs? 1.5. Like that, how many male are there? So all male together will save 8 into 1.5, that is 12 kg. Correct? So 12 kg excess is with us. 12 kgs excess is with us. Correct? Next, consider female. Each female, according to the average, they consume 2.5 kgs. Individual average wise also, female take 2.5 kgs. They were given 2.5, they are taking 2.5. Is there any excess? Any leftover? No. Saripoyindi akkadiki. Correct? Next. Now, in the question, each child consume 2.5. But when you consider individual group of children, each child consume 3.5, right? Yes? They were given 2.5, but they have a capacity of taking 3.5. How many extra kgs each child need? Like that, how many extra kgs we have? How many extra kgs we have? 12 kgs already saved from men, right? If that is distributed to all the children, each child consume 1 kg. Number of children is equal to 12 by 1, 12 final answer. Followed? Yes? There are 15 teachers in a school. A teacher whose salary is 18,500 is removed and a new teacher takes his place and average salary decreases by 500. What is the salary of new teacher? Okay. How many teachers are there? 15. One person went out. How many are there now? 14. A new member joined? How many are there? 15. So there is no change in the total number of people because this is a replacement. Correct? With old teacher and with a new teacher, compare their average. A new teacher takes his place and average salary decreased by 500. When did average got decreased? With new member or with old member? That means new member salary must be more than old member or new member? More than old member or less than old member? Less than. So minus. For each member, average decreased by? For how many people? 15 people. That means 15 into 500, which is 7,500 subtracted from 18,500. Answer 11,000 is new member salary. Over. The number of students in a college is 3,500. When the number of boys increased by 6% and girls increased by 4%, it reaches 3676. Find the initial number of boys in the college. Right. So now you can go with equation method where number of boys be x, girls becomes 3,500 minus x because the total is 3,500. Men increased by 6%, then they become 106%. Girls increases by 4%, then they become 104%. So these are increased men and women, increased boys and girls. And the sum must be equal to 3676. If you solve it, you will get x value. But this is waste of your time. We can go with alligation method. Mixture and alligation. These are boys. These are girls. When you mix them, you will get class. And here is your allegation. Correct? Right. So initially, how many people are there? 3,600. If all are boys, boys count increases by 6% only. Let's calculate what is 6%. How do you calculate 6%? 1% into No, 1% double and triple. 1% double, how much you get? 1% into 2, how much you get? 2. Triple, 6. That's how it is easy. What is 1%? 35 6 times. If you are able to calculate, that's fine. Otherwise, I will do double and triple. 35 double, 70 triple. Boys increases by 210. If all are girls, girls count increases by only 4%. How do you calculate 4%? 1% double, again double. 1% 35, double 70, again double 140. If all are boys, boys increases by 210. If all are girls, girls increases by 140. But finally the class count becomes 36 76. That means how much increase has actually happened? 176. Allegation 36 here, 34 here. What is the ratio? What is the ratio? 18 is to 17. So now you need to divide 3500 into 18 is to 17. How many parts we have? 35 parts. 3500 is 35 parts. 18 parts is equal to 1800. And that's what we were asked to calculate. You can even use reverse method. That is my favorite method. What is this reverse method? Right. Now look at your actual question. We were asked to calculate number of boys. In reverse method, we need to start with the against statement. Against statement in the sense, whatever you want to calculate, start with that case does not exist. That means, when we want to calculate number of boys, we need to start with there are no boys. Reverse statement, against statement. If you want to count how many girls are there, you need to start with there are no girls. Now the question is about boys, so I'll start with there are no boys at all. Then all are girls only. Girls count increases by 4%. What is 4% of this number? 140. So there has to be 140 increase only. Now observe the actual numbers. How much increases already happened? 176. But according to our reverse method, if all are girls, they increase by only 140. In the question it is given as 176. How much less we got? Now tell me what exactly is the reason for getting 36 less count. What is the reason? Because there are actually boys and girls. We started with all are girls. That means whoever boys are there, we converted them to girls, correct? If they are treated as boys, boys count would increase by? Amma, we got 36 difference. Have you understood? What exactly is the reason for getting 36 difference? That's what my question. Actually, out of total population 3500, there are male and female. If they are treated as male, this value increases by 6%. If they are treated as female, girls, their population increases by 4%. This is actual number. But in our scenario, we converted boys to girls. That means in place of increasing 6%, we converted and now increasing only 4%. So instead of increasing value by 6%, now if you increase it by 4%, what is the change? 2%. Because of that 2% only, there is a difference of 36. Now we want to count how many boys are there. This is 100%. 100% is how much? Over 18 times 1800. Single line answer. You want me to discuss this? 72? Right. Curved surface area of a cylinder is 3168 square centimeters and circumference of its base is 88. What is its volume? Amma volume antunar. Cylinder volume pi r square h. Whenever pi is involved, 11 multiple. 2 plus 1 plus 6. Other alternate 2 plus 8, 10. Is the difference 0 or 11 multiple? No. 2 plus 1 plus 6. Other alternate 2 and 7. Difference 0. That may be your answer. Hold it. This will never be your answer, right? Numbers in the form of xx, yy or xx, yy, zz, only such numbers are 11 multiples. Alternate లో మనకి డిఫరెన్స్ 0 అవ్వాలి కదా. ఇక్కడ alternate లో 1 ఎక్స్ట్రాగా ఉంది, ఆ మధ్యలో 1 లేకపోతే దట్ ఈస్ 11 మల్టిపుల్. అవునా? సో ఇది చేయకూడదు, చూసే చెప్పేయచ్చు. 2 plus 1 plus 6, 9. Other alternate 7. This is also not 11 multiple. There is only one 11 multiple. Okay now? Otherwise, you know, you need to use formulas. Curved surface area 2 pi r h is 3168. Circumference 2 pi r, that is 88. From this you can write height is equal to 3168 divided by 88. If you expand this, simplify it, you'll get r value. Then you need to calculate pi r square h. Okay? This number is divisible by which of the following? Which of the following? So we need to observe options first. Look at options. Last number, that is a quite interesting number for me. Why? 5 multiple. In your original number, do you have 5 multiple? When you don't have 5 multiple, can this be your answer? No way. Now let me observe remaining options. First two options are 3 multiples, but third option is non-3 multiple. So let me go and verify whether our number is 3 multiple or not. 3, 2 plus 4, 6, 5 plus 1, 6, leftover numbers 2. So do you have 3 multiple in original number? So can your answer be a 3 multiple? First eliminated, second also eliminated, third final answer. Suppose if your original number is 3 multiple, already fourth eliminated. If the original number is 3 multiple, third cannot be your answer. Now I will observe this. This is 11 multiple, whereas this is not a multiple of 11. Now I will see. If the original number is 11 multiple, first option is answer. Otherwise, second option answer. Ardhamainda? Right. The numerator of a fraction increased by 300%. If it increases by 300%, then it becomes 400% of x, numerator. Denominator increased by 500%. Then it becomes 600% of y. Cancellation with 200, 2 times, 3 times. So this I will write it as 2x by 3y. Obtained fraction mentioned as 12 by 23. 2, 6 times x by y is equal to 18 by 23. Over. In the same question, in place of by, if they give you 2, in place of by, if they give you 2, increase to 300%, denominator increase to 500%, then how do you need to write? 300% of x, 500% of y is equal to 12 by 23. Do you all know the difference between increases to and increased by? Everybody, right? Okay.